Yes, I'm honored. I sit with the Mickelsons of golf in Kenya. I sit with the Jason Days of Kenya in golf. Of course, I have Jack Okuku on my immediate left. Yes, left. On my immediate left is Jack Okuku. Karibu sana, a past winner. Won it last year. So we are talking about recent stuff. Then, of course, I have Paul Ishangi, 2004 winner, 2008 winner. The son also won in 2018. As in you can imagine, it runs in the blood. It runs in the family. Thank you, gentlemen, for making time. And thank you for turning. And while you are turning, you came over here to K24. Don't worry, you'll go finish up your last 9 holes. Karibuni sana. Jack, let me begin with you. How important is this? Of course, this tournament has been there for the last 95 years. What is the objective? At the end of the day, of course, we've seen some of the top golfers going through it. At the end of the day, what is the objective of this Tannahill Shield?
Thank you very much, Tony. You didn't say that there's an objective. This being a sport,
yes,
and being golf,
yes,
the objective of playing the Tannahill is actually to bring the best out of the golf players.
Yes.
We have the best players. Any team that is coming has its top 8 players coming to play.
Yes.
In that format. Remember, we'll talk about that.
Yes.
The format is foursomes.
Yes.
So you are playing the 2 of you. So now there's a lot of chemistry there. So it's very important that the 2 players have chemistry.
Yes.
So we know that there are players who have played this tournament as 2 of them probably for the last like maybe 10 years.
Yes.
Just the 2 of them, the club appointing them to play as 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But the objective of this is just like any other sport, to bring the honors, to bring the prestige to a club and to the winners, and also promote the sport of golf.
Certainly, talking about promoting this, the golf, this particular game, Paul Ishangi himself walks the talk. Yani akiingia kwa nyumba, everybody has to stand alert na washikilie weapon yao ya golf club. Everybody, before the son has won the Tannahill. Paul Ishangi, how does it make you feel? You winning it, your son winning it. Hata mtoto wa nani, your son will win it.
Thank you, Tony. I think I must admit it gives me a great sense of pride.
Yes.
Because I'm an avid golfer. I have
Yes.
been an avid golfer and a sportsman over the time.
Yes.
And for my son to pick up, would I say, the same sport,
Yes.
and not only pick it up, but enjoy it and excel in it and mentor
Yes.
his friends and
Yes.
other younger players,
Yes.
it gives me great satisfaction. That I can say without any hesitation whatsoever. And it gives me a lot of pride.
Yes.
And golf is a great game.
Yes.
And if you introduce the juniors into it, it helps mold them also in the way they carry themselves in life and the decisions they make when they have to make serious decisions in life. Golf molds them in that direction of being able to take the good and the bad together and move on with life.
Very true.
Yes.
Jack, what is the secret about Royal? Because this event is like just Royal. Royal and Tannahill is the same thing. You are winners for a long time, Muthaiga being your arch rivals. What is special about Royal having to win this event every other time?
What you can say is that one thing you must know, that Royal is more than 100 years. So Royal is one of the, actually is the oldest golf club if you take the Mombasa club away.
Yes.
This tournament, of course, started in 1924,
Yes.
and there's been a lot of let's say prestige. There's a lot of customs that have gone with this. A lot of history
Yes.
in this, and we can't just say that it's Royal, but Royal is one that hosts it and there's nowhere else that you get amateurs playing against each other,
Yes.
inter-club, except Royal and in this tournament, Tannahill Shield.
Very true.
Yes.
And of course, Paul Ishangi, this event, as in how do we, you played in it, your son has played in it, you've been, of course, at the different positions of leadership at Royal Nairobi Golf Club. How do you select teams from across the country to participate in this event? How is the selection done? Why have we left out Golf Park? I'm a member of Golf Park. But anyway, there are 9 teams already selected. But how do we select or selection of this particular participant?
Actually, it's historical, I dare say, because it started off, if you will indulge me, it started off as a do between Royal Nairobi Golf Club, the oldest club in Kenya, and Mombasa Golf Club, the next oldest club. So they used to visit each other in April. Mombasa would come up and they would play for 2-3 weeks. You can imagine how long the journey took at that time. And in August, Royal Nairobi would then move to the coast and they would play for another 2-3 weeks. So this developed, and over time, in 1924, they launched what was being called the Silver Shield in 1924. And at that point in time, they invited Muthaiga, Kiambu, Nyeri, Nakuru to form teams, so that, it's not just between the two clubs. Nyeri at that point in time couldn't form a team, so they played with the other lot. Now, over time, the formula has worked in the sense that we can only accommodate 9 teams over that period for now. There's obviously a plan to improve or increase the number of participants, yes, so that it takes geographical representation of the country. But then now, over time, we ended up having, with the introduction of newer clubs at that time, Windsor Golf Club was new, your golf park, as, yes, you say, has come in now. Yes. We then now said we'd invite 10 teams, and the last team would be relegated, with the exception of Mombasa, because Mombasa are the traditional guests. So that is how it has worked over time. The last team gets relegated, and we invite the other team that was missed out the previous year. But now, obviously, we have Golf Park, we have Thika, who are now standalone, we have Central Kenya, who we need to think about, yes, Eastern Kenya. Yes. So I dare say there's a lot of work going on under the table to see how best we can modify the format, yes, to accommodate clubs from across the country.
Very true.
Yeah.
Watu wa Thika Greens, I'm speaking on your behalf as well. Ni watu wangu sana. And of course, Jack, let me ask, who are some of the people who have really ensured that, people or individuals or companies that have ensured that this tournament remains and stays and continues to stay? Even currently, of course, I'm sure you have partners. Who are these people? They'll feel nice if you say hello. Because najua watu wa roll sayo wameka TV on.
Yeah, I must thank, hosting the tournament is not, in the traditional side, as, yes, Paul said, it was only 3 teams, now there are 9 teams, so the budget becomes bigger, so yes, we look for sponsors. I'm, yes, very thankful for the sponsors who have been there. Yeah. So the sponsors who have been there, like we have Betway now, yes, and we have Jamii Telcom, yes, we have had Coca-Cola coming to sponsor. So the sponsors have been there for us, and we are very thankful for that. Mm-hmm. Yes. Most
definitely. And let me bring in Paul. Paul, there's a tradition every Sunday that there's a very special event that will be an only men's event in a suit. I've been invited. Only men's. Tell us, what is behind that?
Usually a very sensitive topic over time, and I hope I don't get lynched for this one. But it's a club event, inter-club event, and it's played by the men's teams. So what happens is that it's open for everybody, but the presentation ceremony is usually a sit-down lunch for men only. We have been challenged time and time again as to it's a club event, why should it be a men-only affair? But historically, golf was previously played generally by men. The ladies had their time on the Tuesdays and the Wednesdays. They'd play their medals and their spoons. So the Tannahill Shield was really a men-only affair for a very long time. As our sons and other children started coming in, obviously the families get involved. With the sponsors, they also require to get some mileage from the family end. So over time, we've had families getting associated with it, but we try to retain the men-only lunch tradition, because sometimes, men can essentially be boys when they are put together. And at times, some of the things that are said in there are really not what you'd say out in the open per se, but it's a men-only lunch. Sit down. No offense to the ladies, we love their support, and we accommodate them. It's open, really.
Very true.
It's just that we try to spare them that
that moment.
Would I say that moment when men are celebrating?
Fun to be boy.
Yes.
Very true.
Yeah.
Jack, this event, I truly say that it was going to be free of charge. Perhaps it needs to come from the horse's mouth.
Yes,
It has been free, as in actually from Tuesday.
It is. Everybody's invited to come and watch. You can come in. It's free of charge. We're not charging anything. You can walk in. There is the club there. We're just working on other modalities of probably having a village in future. But right now, if you come, you'll walk along the course. You can watch your players. You can get refreshments, and at the end of it, you're also welcome to our clubhouse.
The good hospitality. Let me tell you, Royal Nairobi Golf Club have one of the best hospitalities in terms of having you come to their place. Please try this. If it doesn't work out, come, I'll refund you. But trust me, I won't refund you because it's the best hospitality in a golf fraternity. Of course, Jack Okuku. Let me just give the introduction correctly, because unajua ukifanya introduction kwa starter, you must get Jack Okuku joined, of course, Royal Club in 2007, played Tannahill in 2011. Match, of course, he's a match and handicap competitions committee member 2011 to 2013. Club captain in 2013 at Royal, came second, that is in 2013. Club chairman in 2018, last year, when Royal won Tannahill Shield. Paulie Shangi definitely also has joined the club way back when I was still nilikuwa bado nanyonya matiti ya mama in February 1998. Match handicap competitions committee 2003-2005. Club captain, that is Paulie Shangi, 2004. Royal Tannahill, of course, they won that in 2004. 2005, they came in second place. He was also the club captain, chairman of the club in 2008. So we are talking about people. He also played in the Tannahill 2006, where Muthaiga won it, and 2013, where his son, Joshua Ishangi, won it. This information, of course, is courtesy of my very good friend, Karen Njerenga. Yes, works for Betway. Thank you very much for that. Karen Njerenga, thank you very much for ensuring that this happens. Paulie Shangi, I appreciate for your time.
Thank you very much.
Asante sana, Jack. Okuku, pleasure to have you around, and thank you for honoring my invitation. And also next time I'll come and play golf so that you can have this discussion more on the course. And as I told you, the 2019 Tannahill Shield competition proper, it is off. That is tomorrow at the Royal Nairobi Golf Club. It is one of the best places where you can go and watch some of the best golfers Kenya has to offer. And in fact, Tiger Woods has endorsed this event together with ourselves. No, this is K24 Sports Up right here in the capital. Thank you very much for everybody. Thank you for country manager Bwana Leon Kiptum for ensuring this gentleman come here. Walipatiwa the right, mulibebwa na chauffeur mzuri kutoka kwa club. Huyo anaitwa country manager wa Betway. Thank you so much for this particular segment, and also for Royal for winning the junior title. Nyinyi ni watu wazuri sana. For more details, definitely I posted everything on Instagram, Kolanda Tony Kolanda on Facebook, as well as at Kolanda on Twitter.